Hi, everybody, and welcome to day 93. There are 7 more days to go. And what is the topic for today? Today, I will show you how you can master Flask redirect and error handling. You'll learn how to effectively redirect between routes and create custom error pages to elevate the user experience in your Flask application. Let's begin. 7 more days to go. Hello there and welcome back. Today is day 93 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. I'm actually recording this video today and I have to edit it and post it today. But today the topic is redirect and handling error in Flask. So today you learn how to redirect user from one route to another by using the redirect function. You will learn how to build dynamic URL using the URL for, and you also learn how to handle common HTTP errors like 404 not found or 500 internal server errors in Flask, and also how to customize your error pages to make your web app more friendly. So we already have our Flask application set up. If you don't already know how to do that, you can check the first video in this series. So I have my basic Flask application. I have my Flask name that creates a Flask application, and the name parameters help Flask to identify resources such as templates and static files. And then I have my route. It's my decorator that tells Flask which URL it should trigger the home function. And then I have my app run debug through to start the Flask development server with debug mode enabled. So if I run this, we will just have a page that just shows welcome to the home page. So we have Python and we have app.py, and this is just basically what we have. Welcome to the home page. So this is our basic Flask application. So now let me show you how you would do it if you are using the redirect and the URL for, which is part of what we want to do. Redirect tells the user browser to issue a new request to a specific URL. So Flask sends an HTTP 302 status code, which instructs the browser to go to a new location. To learn about the status code, I believe we discussed about it when we were talking about request, beautiful soup, and the rest. You can go check out that video. So that's how we use redirect. It is to tell the browser, instruct the browser to leave its current location and go to a new location. Why the URL for? It's dynamically building the URL for a given endpoint within your Flask application. And if you change the route in your code, you don't have to update every references manually. The URL for updates all links automatically based on your function name. So see, we have our home URL. What if I want to have a login URL? It's exactly the same process. I'll have my app.route and then I'll specify my URL here and then my function name, and I want it to return to the login page. I want to redirect the login endpoint using the URL for. So I would have my app.route and then I would have the URL that I want it to redirect it. But what I will return will be a redirect for the URL for login. Let me show you. And we get this yellow squiggly line because we have not imported redirect and URL for. So here we have import Flask, and then I would have redirect. We have to import redirect, and then I will also have URL for, because that is what we're using today. And you see the line disappeared. The Flask sends a user browser the 302 redirects to the URL of the login endpoint, which is the login. So if you go to this URL, you will automatically see this text. If you go to this URL, it will redirect to the login. Let me show you. Where is my browser? Let's see. And then if I write direct to login. Again, the name of your URL can be whatever you want. I'm just using redirect to login. So you see it is redirect to login. If I click on enter, it is going to redirect and go to this login browser because I use the redirect and it goes exactly to the login browser. So this is how we're able to use the the redirect, and also how we're able to use the URL for. So now, what if there are errors? I'm sure you have gone to so many websites and then you just see a 404 error that the file is not found, the URL doesn't exist, and then you've also come in contact with the internal server error. It's a general error that occurs when the server encounters an unexpected condition. So, how do we now undo this in Flask? Flask allows you to be able to catch errors, and you're able to like define like a custom response. Your response can be like an HTML page. So imagine if you have gone to some website and then you land on the 404 error, but then it's like a fun page with like animations and the rest. So that page was designed to undo that kind of error. So let me show you how you would be able to like undo it in Flask. We use something called the app.error handler in Flask. And the error handler, Flask will call this function whenever a 404 error is triggered. That is when a user navigates to a non-existing route. So we'll do the error handler for 404 and also for 500. So this is instead of like specifying like the way we have been using the decorator, since we're handling error, it is app.error handler. And then what error do we want to catch? We want to catch the 404 error. And when we have our function, page not found, you can call the function in whatever you want. And then we know that this E is the exception object. And instead of, we want to customize the message that the user would see. So I'm just returning like, oh, the page does not exist. You can decide to, instead of using this return to an error HTML. So you can design an error HTML page and just return to that page. And that is the page that your user will see when they encounter an error. The other error that we're handling is the 500 error. So that is the internal server error. So internal server, so I want to return that sorry, an internal error occurred. So these are the two errors that I want to handle in my Flask application. You can handle as much errors as possible, and you can customize it using HTML and CSS to make it look nicer. You can put pictures, text, whatever your art desires. So now let me visit a route that does not exist. So you see we have a login, but we do not have a log out page. So if I go to this, you say, oops, this page does not exist because it is not found. The page is not found because we did not create this. Let me show you how it will look like without this error, so you can see like a before and after. Although this is an after first before coming before the before. So if I delete this and then if I run this, see, this is the message that we got, that the requested URL was not found on the server. So customizing it to make it clear to my user that, oh, the page does not exist. We have this message that the page does not exist. So, I said that you can customize the page. Let me show you how you will do that. So let's customize a page for our 404 error and our 500 error using custom HTML. So I'll go to my file folder here, and I'll create a new folder called template. And in my folder, I would have the 404.html, and I would also have the 500.html. So we have our 404 and our 500. So in my 404, I'll just have basic HTML code, an H1 and a paragraph. So I'll have this. So the title, page not found, and this is a 404 error, page not found, and sorry, the requested page does not exist. And then in my 5000 error, I can put the same, but then change it to like, oh, it's an internal server error. So I have the HTML code for my 404 and my 500. So then let's go back to the app.py. So instead of returning, oops, the page does not exist, I will instead render a template. Let's import render template because I want to render the HTML template. So I'll return render template. And what templates do I want to render? I want to render my 404.html template. And then what template do I want to render in my internal server error? I want to render my 500 HTML template. So then if we go back to my browser and I go to my logout page and I run, you see, we get our 404 error, page not found, which was what we specified here. You see our title is page not found, so page not found here, and then this is our H1 and this is our paragraph tag. Redirect lets you gracefully send user from one route to another. We use redirect here to send our user from one route to another. And our URL for helps to generate URL based on the function name. So you see URL for, this is our function name. So even though we change the URL later, if our function name stays the same, then we're still going to be fine. And our error handlers allows you to customize response for common errors like 404 and 500. With this technique, you can build more robust, user-friendly Flask application that handles routing and errors elegantly. So I'll see you tomorrow when we continue from our flags. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions. The link to the code is in the description to my GitHub. Download it, try it out, and let me know if you have any question. See you tomorrow.